Hi, hi, hi. Welcome to Whimsical Wednesday Live. This is an interactive, timeless message, although it's coming to you live on March the 26th. And so I'm very excited about this. There is, here, let's just, they're saying, stay grounded, Lisa. There's a lot of change in the air and we're feeling the shift. Remember, we've been in the wobble for quite some time. Trist, come here. And the cat's all up in this space. Here, come. He's sitting on the desk. Something shifted today. That is definite. Lots magic is afoot is really what I'm guided to say until I get this going. Okay, Tris, what are you going to do? Come on. Thank you. Okay. At this time, I'd like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, supporting humanity, HUE, humanity's greatest timeline. So, how are we doing? It is Whimsical Wednesday. This is an interactive message. I am lisalyle, and welcome. I don't even know where to begin. It feels so it's just after 9. And it feels like it's been a full day. It's actually hard to recall. Not hard. It's like, wow, did all of that really happen today? So, as much as this is an interactive message, and the choices for the interactive component are swans, swans, vultures, or crows. And this is to support the inner child, and it's this whole energy of dark to light. And so whenever you're coming to this, I would imagine that you are going through a profound shift. So today was the first time in a long time that I got bare feet on Mother Earth. And it was like, I had no idea I was going to even do that. And then when I was down at the lake, at the beach, it was so obvious that that's what I was guided there to do. And here is a message for all who are here to receive the message that came through when I came home. I was guided to sit and write. I thought I would be writing about the astrology and the solar eclipse, which is 3 days away, solar eclipse in Aries on 3/29. But here is the message before we get to the interactive component of it. Yeah, lots of snow here too. We had all kinds of weather today. And there's a real message here about we can withstand all kinds, whatever's being thrown at us, if you will, thrown into the mix. We have the ability to rise above it all, and with ease, when we follow the intuitive nudges that support us to feel pleased and feel grounded and at ease within this experience. So here's the message for everyone. And as you're hearing this and receiving it, I would encourage you just to be open to the messenger that wants to speak to you tonight, swan, vulture, or crow. Bare feet on the ground, you are supported. God's loving plan will not be thwarted. Your faith is about to be rewarded. You have restored the sacred sword. Wise words, truth renews. Divine souls live as you. Humanness was a part of the deal too. A vision is you of love's eternal truth. God lives as you, goddess too. Sweet child of light, you know. And then they had me write GNO as well, KNOW/GNO. You know love's truth. Spiritual waters move as you. Breathe deep into you. The vessel of flesh knows best. Release regret, resentment too. Listen to the heart that beats strong within you. Be proud, beautiful heart. You have come far and overcome so much. Tough love, no more. Soft, sweet, and gentle at your core. You have always deserved so much more. This you have always known, GNO. Yet do you believe you were born to succeed and achieve all of it? Eternal bliss, sacred kiss of the divine now rests upon your forehead. Go forth and forage and play, co-creating abundance and joy, the sacred heart way. Bare feet on the ground, today is the day we turn this around. Sacred script, rebound, love abounds, this time around, love wins. And today, prior to coming home, or just as I got home from the lake and had my bare feet on the sand and in the water, Tristan has so much hair. As I was pulling into my driveway, 2 swans. I was like, oh my goodness, is that swans? And yes, 2 swans were flying overhead. And after that, as soon as I came home, I took my dogs out for a walk. And as we were walking and coming back home, there were 2, well, first 1 and then 2, and then in total 6 vultures flying above. They ride the thermals, so they were riding the thermals. And then, of course, at the end of the walk, just as I was coming home, surrounding the building were crows. And it started, 1 flew in, and I was like, oh, thank you. And then all of a sudden another one, and then there were 3, and then there was a whole family, a whole murder of crows. And it felt like they were welcoming me home. So the swans immediately, their message is the eternal beloved. Vulture, the message of the vulture is death and rebirth occurs within the same space. And the crows, the message that I first received with the 3 of them was at play in creation. And it's funny because this morning I was guided to put this at the top of the bookshelf, at play in creation. So there's a lot of magic afoot, and Tristan really wants to sit on the book and the notes here. So yeah, the crow's message was at play in creation, and excitedly at play in creation, co-creating. Soul family joins in sacred. Soul family joins in, sacred love begins. So with all of that, that's the intro to this whimsical Wednesday. I trust if you're still here at this point in the video that something is resonating with you. It feels very, there's so much new. There's so much new. I can't even begin to express it all, but if you've been following along, if you've been hanging out, if you've been doing if you've been connecting here, last night was a great live too. And all these messages are shared with the intention of being timeless and eternal, and to really weave in wherever we are on our journey when we tune in. So let's begin. I don't know what they've got. I've got quite a few decks here, and Tristan sitting on the desk. I actually feel like with Tristan coming through, there's this energy of with Tristan like being so wanting to be front and center in my world here right now. It feels like the ancient wisdom coming through, right? And the transformation of the wild cat, perhaps, to the domesticated cat. And perhaps it's time for us to get a little wild again. So I'm just gonna, so that's Swan. Look out, Trist. There it is. No, that's it. And that's for the collective. Okay. So everybody's getting an archetype card. And 1111, look at that. That was another thing. Oh, shoot, the numbers. So the number that came through today was 32223. At play and creation. 6 flipping the script. We're doing this. We're making the breakthroughs. We are breaking free. Yeah, it's like humanity's new beginning. Stop, Tristan. Please, bud. I'm gonna have to, I think. Are you gonna settle? Okay. All right. So for those of you who were guided to Swan, the message of Swan is truly about the eternal beloved connection, the divine love, the agape love, God's love that is present in each of us and in every moment. 1221. And today, the message coming through, it was like, and I feel like I'm guided to share a message that was shared 3 years ago. I was guided to listen to it again today. And it was ancestors' love and support for eclipse season, an interactive message. So I'm going to boost that to the top of the interactive messages playlist and perhaps put it in the collective message for now, because there feels like something important there for everyone. And today, what was really coming through is that our loved ones in spirit are really celebrating us. And I believe this was shared like last night or the day before, that, our ancestors and loved ones in spirit are so proud of us, so proud of us. And I was feeling that, love, that agape, God's love all around me today. Like, really quite beautiful and really quite calming and soothing. There is something to be said, if you're able to, in now or soon, to get your feet on the earth. That is going to be very, you'll be so happy you did. Sorry, I feel like they haven't really had me start the interactive messages because they've got me busy pulling cards. Oh. Okay. All right, let's leave it there. Let's start and we'll see where we go from here. All right, so if you were guided to Swan, here's your message. Let me take another drink. 14 minutes in. 14:50, we're getting to the interactive message. So if you were guided to Swan, here is your message. We have number 23, the Destroyer. And that looks like owl eyes up there. And you know what I just heard? It's really simple. It's really simple. Truth destroys illusion. You know? So you can perhaps, today was a day, and today is a day in your experience where it is going to be undeniable, your connection to spirit. Or in the coming days or in the coming weeks of receiving this message, you're really being encouraged to pay attention, because you are surrounded by this energy of clearing a pathway. And at the time of this live, we are in eclipse season, and yet this goes beyond eclipse season. And one, what we learn in one season rolls over into the next season. So we're always in a new season, and with any luck, we're growing within. And it feels like, for everybody today, which regardless of which pile you were guided to, which messenger, Swan, Vulture, or Crow, this is Swan, regardless of which messenger you're guided to, this is an exciting time. Things are shifting. We're in this, tremendous stage of transition. And yes, there's a lot going on externally. There absolutely is, which is why it's so important for us, for you, to show up for yourself in I'm hearing in unexpected ways. Like, honestly, when I went to the lake today in my rubber boots, there was no intention to take those rubber boots off and go and put my feet in the water or anything. And yet, when I was there was no denying that that's exactly what I was brought to the lake to do. And it was, again, the support and the hi Kiva, the support that was instantaneous from that connection speaks volumes of how supported we are, and how the tender, loving universe really wants to support us, because we're living in rather tumultuous times. Externally, the forces aren't that tender and loving, and yet the invisible force field of unconditional love, of that agape nature. And Swan, is the messenger of the eternal beloved. And just days after Frank transitioned, I had a flyby by 13 swans. I've never seen anything like it. I had never seen anything like it previous, and I've never seen anything like it since. The flyby of the swans through through the parking lot here today was an unusual occurrence, and I believe the second one I've had since I lived here. So pay attention. And again, there's something about clearing blocks to the ancient wisdom that lives and breathes as you, that wants to be expressed in the world as divine truth. We're here to shine. What is the biggest destroyer of illusion? Truth. Truth. And truth we may not like to admit. I mean, our ego and stuff gets in the way, right? We may not want to admit. Here we have the 7 of Swords, or Wands, maybe. Yeah, Wands. The 7 of Wands. But what I was seeing when I was connecting with it initially, I was seeing swords. And it was like, in the message that we received for the collective, you can go back to the beginning and hear that. It was like the sacred store. We have restored the sacred sword. And I'm feeling like the sword of truth, Excalibur, the sword of light, the sword of justice, divine justice. But when I was looking at this image, I was feeling like it's like for some of you who are receiving this, it's like you've fallen. It's almost like martyrship, fallen on the swords, And it's like, it's okay. It's like dramatic. That's what I'm hearing. Theatrics. It's okay. It's, theatrics help us perhaps act our way out of pain, right? Again, with this being air, it's really feeling that spiritual energy. Pay attention to feathers. I did see a feather today as well. And this was instantaneous with the first bare foot on the earth today. And it's a number 11, self-healing, ruby red, birthing the new earth. Like, oh, I'm hearing, oh, it's magic. Oh, yeah. And it is magic. And this is, again, I know I speak to both men and women here. I'm feeling this real beautiful, nurturing energy of the divine feminine, really solid and holding space for the masculine to arrive at his resurrection in this life. Being grounded, continuing to do the daily things you're guided to do that support your ability to show up for you, show up and do the fun stuff. We all have the stuff we have to do. We all have the jobs. We all have, the responsibilities. And yet when we show up for ourselves, when we take the time, when we're trusting our intuition, when we rest, when we're called to rest, it's almost like there's this renewed sense. Like I said, it felt like this day was so long. I can't believe all the magic that happened back there, and the 2 and all the magic that's been done in the house. It feels like you're being called to shift some energy, change some things up. I repotted a couple of plants today that had been growing roots, and wrapping them around. I've got, doesn't matter what I have. It just feels like you're being guided to clear out some space. Get out of your own way is what I just heard. And slowly, I have been feeling the energy of the Magdalens, the sisterhood, which is really a consciousness. Again, it's the Christ consciousness in the divine feminine form, right? Yeshua, our brother, was the Christ consciousness in the masculine form. There's this big energy about forgiveness as well. Are you being called to forgive yourself or someone else? Remember, in that message we received, it said, what did it say? Oh my gosh. Release, it said release, and then resentment too. Release, oh my gosh. Release regret, resentment too. So we're not holding on to regret. Like, let's embrace gratitude. Grateful to be alive. Your tarot, and we're not going to do upside down, but actually maybe leave it like that for a minute. How did I do that? This was right side up. This was upside down. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups, imagination, and the Two of Wands, vision. So the Page of Cups has an imagination. It's the emotional waters, right? When we heal the emotional waters, we are the emotional waters of life. We are the emotional waters that live upon this planetary realm that has been, let's say, for lack of a better word, hijacked, captured the consciousness, programmed. And we are here to restore. This is for all of us. I was going to save it to the end, but it feels perfect to bring it in. The divine blueprint, and even more perfect, right underneath it, breathe the sun. And then underneath that, the storm is passing. We are moving through the storm because we are the star children. We are the children of light. We are the children of God who came for a peaceful, abundant experience, seeding and sowing the seeds of our sacred heart. So, if you were guided to Swan, the message is allow the imagination of the playful child that lives within, restore righteousness to your vision, because this is a passageway where success is guaranteed. You were born to achieve and succeed, and it's time that you simply believed in the spiritual essence of source that lives and breathes as you here and now. You are surrounded and supported by unconditional love. So, swans, I trust that message resonates. This little cat, I'm allergic to cats. And so when he's all up on me tonight and he's shedding a lot. Okay, so let me know how that message felt to receive. Thank you so much for allowing me to deliver that. And actually, I just keep being drawn back to the Two of Wands, and it's like the gateways, the pillars of truth, divine justice shining through. And again, we must face and accept the truth that lives and breathes as us and what the experience has been, and nurture ourselves back to good health is what I heard. Back to the divine blueprint. Now he wants out. Just one sec. Okay. All right. So up next, Vulture. If you were guided to Vulture, here is your message. Oh, that's hilarious. A song just popped in. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the archetype is this dead end energy. Stop. And I feel like it's leading us back to the destroyer for the Swan family there, our Swan family, the dead end. It's like clearing the cobwebs. What's not working? What is not, we can all feel the external weight of the world, right? And especially if you tune into, like news and stuff like that. It's a heavy time to be alive. It's an amazing time to be alive also when we bring our focus back to the present moment and where our power resides. And so this feels like you may be holding on to, and this is Vulture, right? This is for Vulture, and Vulture is the symbol of death and rebirth, right? Many people see vultures and they, think they're ugly. And today I kept hearing turkey vulture. So when I was connecting with the vulture today, I was hearing turkey vulture and feeling that energy of Thanksgiving, like being grateful. And so it feels like there's something you're being asked to release, because here we have the Four of Pentacles, and you can see it's kind of like a miserly energy is what I'm feeling here when I connect with this. He's so busy holding those like two pentacles to his chest, and he's standing on the one on the ground. He doesn't see the inspiration, the inspired pentacle, the inspired co-creation that's going to support an increase of abundance. Yeah. That's what that's feeling. That's like, so for those of you who are guiding to Vulture, you are in it. You are in the thick of the death and rebirth transformation. And when Vulture initially, when I had that, the death and rebirth message from Vulture came a few years back at the lake in my spot at my healing tree, and this vulture was flying like 5 to 6 feet right above my head, and it just kept circling. It wasn't a regular bird that I would see there, so it was highly unusual, and I just sat with it, and the message came that death and rebirth takes place in the same space. Today the same message came in, and yet what also came in is like, it's the space between. It's almost like an inhale and an exhale, or an exhale and then an inhale with the new life. I don't know, it's about the space between. And so you may be feeling like at a crossroads, not sure where you're going. You're conflicted, perhaps. And so it's like, stop in the name of love before you break your heart. Think it over. And so it's like, it feels like as we move to this eclipse, there are going to be situations and things and perhaps habits and whatever that we're going to be asked to leave behind, because we can feel the weight of the burden lifting off of us as we are leaning in to the reward of the divine, or from the divine. And stepping stones. Number 6, take the next step, let go of the old paradigm. A monkey song is coming in again. Yes, stepping stones. Each, all that has been experienced to this point. Look how beautiful this is. And this is that attitude of gratitude coming in, right? You accepting and acknowledging, because this energy here is pretty heavy duty, right? It's pretty miserly, holding back. It's this, and it's, no shade, no judgment. It's this idea of lack, and that comes from unhealed parts of self, the child that felt like there wasn't enough, or that they had to do this kind of stuff, hold on and protect and not show. Now it's like, no, this child is showing up, this child is loved, this child is supported. God's plan will not be thwarted. I just heard either mine or Jacob's, my son's phone notification go off. Let go of the old paradigm. Well, this is what we 333 4 threes across the board. The divine feminine, the patriarchal paradigm is in its free fall at the moment. And if you're viewing this after March of 2026, this will be the true dawning of the age of Aquarius. And so, at this time, we're going through it. Yet the reward is like complete wish fulfillment. We're completing cycles. There is this energy of, for all of us, it was shared earlier too, in the collective part of this, that, it's our loved ones in spirit, our ancestors are celebrating us, because as we have been doing the inner work and we're coming to the completion of this cycle and moving into this really prosperous energy, they too are completing a cycle. And it's almost like they've been not hanging around, but like they've been anxiously or excitedly and with great pride watching us move through all of, let's say, bullshit that we have had to move through. And when we are, you get 3 here, when we're in this energy, ambition is, it can be non-existent, right? We're not using our imagination, blah, 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 blah. And yet, we are being told we're completing this up. Your ambition's coming back. This is a period of recovery. And remember, sacred sword. We were told in the message earlier, we're the sacred swords. This is our spine. It's getting out of our mind, right? Swords is like the conflicting energy, the things we keep telling ourselves. There's nothing conflicted about this. This is beautiful. Yeah, it's coming back. This is so beautiful. So, and this is a 6. If you've been here before, 6 is our sign to flip the script. If you're new here, 6 is our number to flip the script. So, well, it's our reminder to flip the script. It's the number of our sacred path of service in this lifetime, what we're here to do. And what we're here to do is flip the script. And the number of the day today that came through was 32223, which is like 66. Flip the script. I was like, yes, but of course it's this. So breathe deep. Call on Archangel Michael. Call on the Divine Mother. Feel their presence with you as you begin to release the burden. Let go. Your path is prosperous and abundant. Everything's been a stepping stone, and it's up to you to get out of your head, wrap this cycle up so that the ambition comes back and you get busy co-creating with joy, right? Your path of joy, your path of service is abundant. And yeah, that divine blueprint message wants to come in. It's almost like this is the reminder for every single message. The divine blueprint. Breathe in the sun. You are moving beyond the storm. It's okay to feel. You got to go through it. We are the star children, and the more are coming and going to have a great life experience because of the inner work that we have done, becoming more at ease and peaceful, staying in our heart as the wheel of fortune has turned in our favor, is turning in our favor. It's a really beautiful time to be alive, although some days it doesn't feel so, right? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? No, you're not kidding me. Okay, so now we are moving on to Crow. They were excited. When I saw the crows today, it really felt like all my loved ones, because I first had an experience with crows, like a conscious experience with crows, after my grandfather died, after my uncle had passed. And it was 2 crows. It was like fresh. My uncle had passed a few years before my grandfather, before his father. And anyways, so crows, I felt them. I felt Frank. I felt all the loved ones around today with the crows coming in. So, and crows are really, it's all about playing. That's where this message came in, at play in creation, co-creating with the divine. It's like the most divine timeline. Now is the most divine time in your life. It's like the sword. Are you kidding me? Sacred sword. And this is like traveling the medicine wheel, the rhythms and cycles, not fighting it, not swimming upstream. And at the center of it all is us. right? And our experience of it all. And it feels like this message is coming to you at a time when there is a really big shift. And you could be like right now at the time of this live, it is eclipse season. It could be between eclipse seasons. Like it just feels like wherever you are, if you're like in eclipse season right now, this is huge. Don't be dragging baggage from back there through this gateway with you. We're being told to travel light, right? Aries season, the Fool energy, traveling lightly. And because we have been processing and transmuting a lot of density, right? A lot of density for a long time. And so this feels like you're feeling between timelines, between worlds. And yes, you are. Yes, you are. And thank you. Thank you for your courageous heart. Because it ain't easy, right? It's not easy. And yet, when we show up for ourselves, we are shown just how easy it actually is, right? Like the missing ingredient is the showing up for ourselves. So just because there's a sword here, I am feeling Archangel Michael is here to help you clear and cut through any of the shadow that is still remaining within you and the emotional body, the Three of Cups. And this is like, sadness, regret, sorrow. And yet I'm feeling with this, this here, I'm really feeling healing. It's like, there was a message that came through recently, like putting our crown back on. It feels like, remember when you were young and you would make girls, we did this, make a chain of dandelions or daisies or whatever and wear it like a little crown. So it feels like there's something here, and I'm feeling rose hip is coming in. I don't know even if that's a rose hip there. It doesn't really matter. That's what's coming in. So I'm feeling there's something here. About herbal medicine, like plant-based medicine, working with herbs. Rose hip, you may want to look into it. There could be something there for you. And this is a 3. This is like that 3 energy is Empress energy. And so, Virgo, that divine feminine. And then we have this warrior come in, the divine masculine. Rise of true gentle power, true strength. Hello. Where you been all my life, right? This is as much as there may indeed be union and coming together of soulmates, those who are meant to be in divine partnership. This is about the merging within you of the masculine. It's like the masculine coming to the surface, allowing the feminine to grieve what she needs to grieve, so that that child who lives within that, just believes in the magic of the Sacred Heart at play in creation. It's so healing. And 4 is my number for the angelic realms. So connecting with your angels. They're right here. The tower has fallen. And if you're in the free fall, let it fall. Let it fall. and let those, let the natural elements, let the elements clear the density away, so that, and perhaps as the tower is falling, this is the message that gratitude will support the shift. The shift has taken place. We're just all processing it in our own unique nervous system. And it's a 9, completion, wrapping up a cycle, so that the new beginning, the sun, the most joyful card in the deck, happiness, joy and happiness, peace and understanding, right? Sacred union, soul family coming together. This reminds me, I've recently changed my profile, my cover photo on Facebook, and that's like the image. It looks like the image that is now, the image that is now my cover photo. And it was that photo is a picture of the sun on the final sunset of winter. And it feels so powerful. It's like the turning of the page. The new season has begun. Happy New Year. We've done it. We did it. You're doing it. And if you're not doing it, like, there's so much opportunity here for you to do it. What are you waiting for? So to weave all 3 of these together, the key component that we're here to overcome is the shadow. This is, what is that? 10, 25, 28, which comes to a 10, 2 plus 8. We must conquer the shadow within as the wheel of fortune turns in our favor, right? Black, white, his truth, her truth. And somewhere in between is divine truth, right? Your truth, my truth. Somewhere in between is divine truth, right? We're here to flip the script. It's the shadow work. Oh my gosh. Via the path of forgiveness, 4747, 9. This is the year. This is our year. We're wrapping it up. Wrap it up. See the bigger picture. Trust and heal. Where's the joy? Down in your heart, right? And if it's not, why not? This is so cool. And if you're seeing this, like, sort of, well, whenever you're seeing this, it's 10:01 there too. This wheel of fortune energy, this new beginning, the sacred fool, the magician who's doing the inner work, doing the healing, allowing source, allowing the spiritual support to flow through and weave into the experience. And this really feels like self-forgiveness, right? Self-forgiveness. We cannot forgive another until we have forgiven ourselves for all those things that we feel are the things that we hide in the shadow, right? So you overlay the forgiveness there, and it's a beautiful healing experience. And we are wrapping things up. We had the Queen of Swords here as well for the collective. And look at that, the Queen of Swords, flanked by lions, strength, courage, bravery. Oh, Queen of Wands, not swords, Queen of Wands, right? Intuition, look at this crow with her crown, this queen with her crown. And we've got the sunflowers, like this real empowered energy. And, forgiveness is key. And, that is the essence. And that is one of the beautiful teachings that our brother, Yeshua, the Christ, left behind, right? And so the masculine, it's the Christ, Yeshua is the masculine to the Magdalene's feminine, right? And we are here to restore the divine blueprint of source, self-embodiment, inspiration. You are ready. We are the change. We came here at this time as the seed of change. Get outside and breathe in the sun. Presence, pineal activation. Today's message, what did it say? That we have received the kiss of the divine on our third eye. That's not my style of writing. That was a message that came in after all of these beautiful messengers came, and I had my feet on the ground for 10 minutes. It was great. This feels like Turtle Island. Turtle, divine feminine, slow and steady wins the race. Relax, let it go. High priestess, medicine woman, trusting our intuition. Breath of fire, perhaps. And if you're feeling in the storm right now, you're in the thick of it, allow yourself to feel what you need to feel, and you'll get to the other side of it. It's the collapsing of the old and realignment to what is true. 3, creation, co-creating with the divine, at play in creation. That is what we are here to do. The crowning of the divine feminine as the masculine rises and takes his rightful place in the world. Because we are the children of light, the children of the stars, no veils, psychic, different cosmic inspiration and light, 7 through our physical body. We are the lotus that opens. We travel through the mud, through the depths of the emotional waters, the murky, muddy emotional waters, ever, getting closer and closer to the sun. And really, elephants, good luck, good fortune, family, soul family, ancient wisdom, reestablishing via our healing. We are reestablishing neural pathways of ancient. I'm just like, it's like ancient technologies coming online through us, because we are the greatest technology here on the planet, and working with crystals. The last card, like the bottom card here, I mean, I could just keep going, my goodness. But we open up via the staying in our heart and being at peace. Yeah. Staying in the heart and being at peace, creating ease. I know that elephant is so cute. And we could also look at that little elephant, elephant. Ganesh was an elephant, right? And Ganesh was the remover of obstacles. So, like the path is clear, no veils, no veils. Awesome. Dove of peace. Again, it's taking me right back to the stepping stones card. And I giggled because in the live last night, I started singing that song, The Stepping Stones. I'm Not Your Stepping Stone by the Monkees. All of these together, the feminine, there's a strong masculine and feminine presence, and there's a strong energy of feminine holding space for the masculine to rise, because he's going through it too. Right? And, like the rise of the gentle alpha. And no, it's not a contradiction. It's not a contradiction. Gentle alpha doesn't mean weak and effeminate. And, like gentle alpha is the true gentleman who knows his role in this lifetime. And so it feels like this energy is on the rise, and the feminine is holding the space. And, it's so beautiful. And then this crystal child. This is all of us. Again, third eye lit up here. Your natural core. Pure, innocent, removing falsehood, seer. I feel like we're going to go back to the beginning to close this message out. Again, I could keep going. Authentic expression. Words are powerful. Truth. Manifest from the cosmic heart source. Sovereignty. Like, we've got to stop, because this is the excited energy. I'm glad I was able to tune back into it this evening, because at the beginning I was like, oh, I'm a little tired. Like, should I just go and do some yoga and integrate? And then no, coming here and sharing these messages has reignited that. Yes, it's back to that excited energy that was today, with all the messengers at play. So, yes. Okay, so we're going to end. I trust those messages resonated with all of you. Thank you so much for showing up. Right now, I'm going to read again the channeled message that came through with automatic writing today after I had been at the lake. If this is where you turn me off, thank you so much for being here. Please do consider hitting that thumbs up. It greatly supports the video to get out there, the channel to get out there. Getting to that 1,000 subscriber mark is, once we're there, I feel like we're going to soar. It's just getting there. We're getting closer and closer. So I appreciate all your any and all engagement. It really does help. So here is the message. Bare feet on the ground, you are supported. God's loving plan will not be thwarted. Your faith is about to be rewarded. You have restored the sacred sword. Wise words, truth renews. Divine souls live as you. Humanness was a part of the deal too. A vision is you of love's eternal truth. God lives as you, the goddess too, sweet child of light. You know love's truth. Spiritual waters move as you. Breathe deeply into you. The vessel of flesh knows best. Release regret, resentment too. Listen to the heart that beats strong within you. Be proud, beautiful heart. You have come far and overcome so much. Tough love no more. Soft, sweet, and gentle at your core. You have always deserved so much more. This you have always known. Yet do you believe you were born to succeed and achieve all of it? Eternal bliss? Sacred kiss of the divine now rests upon your forehead. Go forth and forge, forage, and play. Co-create abundance and joy the sacred heart way. Bare feet on the ground, today is the day we turn this around. Sacred script rebound, love abounds. This time around, love wins. 2 swans representing the eternal beloved. 6 turkey vultures expressing gratitude for the journey, death and rebirth process, and the in-between. And the crows at play in creation. Excitedly, soul family joins in. Sacred love begins. And then the numbers. 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 66, 12, 3. And you can see on the other side what I was guided to right there as well. So, yeah, I wrote it. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. The prophet poet. Anyways, yeah, I have a lot of that. So, anyways, thank you. You kind of, thank you, Kiva. Yes, I wrote that. I actually, I don't take the credit. I allow myself to be the pen in God's hands. And when I do, that's the kind of stuff that, comes through. It's kind of like Dr. Seuss and like Frank used to say, right? Honey, you some days you sound like a Rhodes Scholar, and other times you sound like you're out there in woo woo land, and it's kind of the truth. And I love it, and I love it, and I love you, and I hope that these messages resonated with you. I'm feeling a little bashful, Kiva. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you tomorrow morning. Coffee time, taboo talk Thursdays. I think we're just probably going to touch on a lot of the astrology and what's going on and what we're feeling at this time, because we're just days away from this eclipse and we're feeling it, right? And it's moment to moment. Today there was a big shift. We all felt that, and we'll see how it was 10101 there, complete reset. And complete reset. It would be really nice if we could one day perhaps we'll start doing something like that, like a WhatsApp community, like that we can meet and interact. Let me think on that. And if anybody has any suggestions or ideas or skills, let me know. But yeah, it feels like it's all moment to moment. Things are shifting, and this reset, our ancestors, remember, because we're here doing the work for the generations that came before that were unable to do their healing work for whatever reason. And, for those generations yet to come, we want this complete reset. So the beautiful star children, the crystal children, the children of light that are born to this earth for an experience of abundant delight, don't have to clear through all this stuff, right? We are truly at the end of the Piscean age, which has been a patriarchal nightmare for most of those upon this planetary realm for a very long time. And we are the ones that are here turning this stuff around via the pathway of forgiveness, song, dance, play, poetry, coffee, perhaps a little less coffee. I feel so dehydrated, and I've really cut back on my coffee. I'm like only having 2 cups a day. And even still. So, yeah, stepping stones. We are the stepping stones. Anyways, I see you, I feel you, I love you. I trust that whenever you come across this message and any of the messages here on this channel, there will be something that supports you in the current now moment. Until next time, everyone, Dawn and Kiva, thanks for being a part of the live. I love you, ladies. And you made my day too. And now we go and rest. Or now I go and rest. I see you, I feel you, I love you. Trust that the heart that beats within the flesh knows best. Thank you, thank you,